Today in History. And now it's time for us to take a look back on what happened on this day in the past.
Absolutely. We are going to get to that in just a moment. But first, we have a quiz question for you, and here it is. One of the world's most famous musicals, Les Misérables, was based on a novel written by, number 1, J.K. Rowling, or number 2, Victor Hugo. The question once again. One of the world's most famous musicals, Les Mis, often called Les Mis, right, or Les Misérables, was based on a novel written by, number 1, J.K. Rowling, or number 2, Victor Hugo. If you know the answer, you can put it on our Bandi board or text in on your cell phone, pounder sharp 1045. That will cost you 51 to win a wireless mouse.
All right, now let's go and check out what interesting events happened on this day in the past.
Today in history. In 1899, Korea's first railway was inaugurated, and in 1980, Les Misérables premiered in Paris.
1899년 9월 18일에는 우리나라의 첫 철도가 개통된 날이고요. 1980년 9월 18일은 파리에서 뮤지컬 레미제라블이 첫 공연을 가진 날입니다.
Okay, so today we start our journey to the past with the beginning of Korea's rail transportation history.
And that was the opening of the first section of the Gyeongin Line, known as the Seoul Jeulpo Railroad, or SCRR, between Noryangjin and Jeulpo on this day in 1899.
Wow, really interesting. Well, the Gyeongin Line covered a distance of 33.2 kilometers, and it marked the beginning of what was soon to be known as one of the world's most comprehensive and advanced railway transportation systems.
And what started as a train ticket that represented a revolution in Korea's long-distance transportation, the Gyeongin Line is now a major part of the Seoul Subway Line 1. By 2004, the country's high-speed train service was inaugurated, which now ranks fourth in the world in terms of speed.
Interesting.
Not too bad at all.
Not bad at all. You know, it's amazing to me. I mean, it shouldn't be, I guess, but I'm still so impressed. Whenever I take the trains here, it's so well organized. Meaning they always leave. If you take the KTX, it leaves exactly when it says it's going to leave every single time.
And it's a surprise to you because?
Because it's so efficient. You know, if you look at flights in America or other parts of the world, and they're often delayed by, you know, this, that, and the other time. I mean, it's, you know, trains and planes are different, but I'm still impressed that it leaves exactly on time every single time. You can pinpoint the minute you're going to arrive where you're going, right? And also with the subways, you know, it's so advanced where they have the signs now that show you where the train is at before the train gets to your subway station, maybe 2 stops before or something like that. I think that's just so well organized. Yeah, the Seoul transportation system, the Korean train systems are absolutely phenomenal.
Actually, that's exactly what amazed me so much about this bus stops in Korea.
The bus stops too.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
You know exactly when your bus actually is going through at the moment.
You can do it. You can find out when you have to leave your house. Because you can use the application to find out where the bus is. So you can pinpoint. It's just so efficient in terms of time. Really, really well done. Yeah. Okay, so now we go from trains to musicals. You know, every great achievement had its beginning. And today we look at another milestone beginning, this time in the field again of musicals.
And of course, that was none other than the world premiere of the musical Les Misérables in Paris on this day in 1980.
It was based on the novel of the same name by French author Victor Hugo, and Les Mis is now considered one of the most successful stage productions in the world. Really interesting, right? I've never seen it performed. Well, actually, I was going to say I've never seen it performed live on stage, but I've never seen the film either.
Me neither, actually.
Yeah.
Because I've heard so much about this wonderful production. It feels as if I already saw it at least a few times.
Because you've heard so much about it.
Just like, the Frozen.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Let it go. Well, so it's Hugh Jackman. And who's the main?
Anne Hathaway?
Anne Hathaway, right.
And what's his name? The Gladiator star.
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe.
Right.
People actually said that the review on his performance was not very favorable.
Is that right? I'm a fan of those two actors. And I think I've mentioned before, I'm a huge fan of Johnny Depp. And I watched a movie, I forget the name of it now, The Butcher of Something Something Street. And Johnny Depp started singing. And it was so unnatural to me to watch one of my favorite actors all of a sudden sing. So when I was watching, my feeling was, oh, don't stop, don't do that. Why are you singing, Johnny Depp? So that's why I didn't watch Les Mis, because I'm a fan of Hugh Jackman and Russell Crowe.
Right.
And I felt like I might feel the same things. So that's why I didn't watch it.
But somehow overall, I mean, they did a magnificent job here. Okay, the Paris premiere led to an English version in London in 1985, and this soon, too, led to translations into 22 different languages and world productions that have been performed in at least 290 cities to date.
290 cities to date. So it's been around for a while, right?
I see. Yeah. But you know what? Why don't we take a listen to something a little bit later and then finish this off first. And do you have any idea how many performances it had in London only?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. 11,900, counting London alone. Les Mis is the longest running musical in history.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty impressive.
All right, before we wrap up?
The answer to the quiz question, here it is. One of the world's most famous musicals, Les Miserables, or as it's commonly known, Les Mis, was based on a novel written by, and the answer is number 2, Victor Hugo. That's going to do it for Today in History. We'll return tomorrow with more from the past. We talked about the musical Les Mis. Now let's have a listen to a song from the OST. It's Susan Boyle's I Dreamed a Dream.